think I just solved Severance. Let's talk about it. I'm cooking. Yes, Helly is pregnant with Mark's baby, and this was always Helena's master plan. The show has been subtly hinting at this the entire time. In Season 1, Episode 3, we see Mark sitting on a couch, and he's listening to a controversial news story about how a severed woman's outie discovers that her innie got pregnant at work. More on her in a second. Later in Episode 5, Devin speaks to a rich woman named Gabby at a birthing retreat who is married to a senator. Gabby says she's expecting her third child. Devin says, geez, how do you handle all that? Gabby says, well, I have a little help, I guess. In the very next episode, Devin sees Gabby at the park. She waves at her, but it's obvious that Gabby does not know who she is. Later, Devin opens up to this to Cobell and ponders, do you think it's possible people use the severance procedure for things other than work? Hinting at that Gabby's innie will experience the pains of childbirth while her outie won't remember it. In episode 9, Helly meets Gabby along with her senator husband, who is a leading figure in the legalization of the severance procedure. Helly tries to make conversation with him and she says, wow, 3 kids. Gabby says, well, I couldn't have done it without a little bit of help, and then gives her a look. And Gabby says, I mean, the idea that people would want to outlaw severance. So in other words, Gabby's innie is her outie's nanny. Her innie is experiencing all the hardships that comes with childbearing, while her outie is out here living her best life. But the outies think that this is okay, because just as Helena says to Helly on the recording, I am a person, you are not. Later in that same episode, we see Helly speak to Helena's very elderly father. When he speaks, he sounds very weak. It is evident that this man is in his final days. He thanks her and says, thank you for going through with this. Grandfather would cherish what you've done. One day you will sit with me at my revolving. This is cult speak. In Scientology, it's called dropping one's body, the idea that only the body dies. The Lumen Care cult is trying to keep the mind going after their body deceases to be. In Season 2's opening credits, we see an animated Mark, and a little baby who looks like an old man crawls to him. This is foreshadowing of Helly and Mark's baby. A baby who will be severed, and one of the Care's founding fathers' consciousness will be uploaded into that baby. This will be a revolving. All of the previous Care founding fathers' bodies are being kept in the same place as Gemma's, which can be found at the bottom of wherever that black elevator takes you that Irving keeps painting. We know that this was Helena's master plan for Helly to get pregnant by Mark, because how else did Milchek know what Mark and her were up to in the tent that night? Helena, like Gabby, did not want to remember it, but because of Helly's outburst, she took matters into her own hands to get the job done. And we know that Milchek is fully aware of her plan, because in Season 1, Episode 2, he is admiring her for what she is doing. He's not just talking about her getting the severance surgery, he's talking about why she's getting the severance surgery. When you go back and watch Season 1 with this in mind, you start to see all the signs of how placing Helly in MDR and assigning Mark over her is purposely calculated. Little things start to add up, like how in this scene when the crew has to roll a ball to each other, they have to say something about themselves. Mark admits that he's sad